Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a really interesting LinkedIn post.
Oh, yeah. What's caught your eye?
It's from Bilal Zuberi, the general partner at Lux. He's actually just launching his own new early stage VC firm.
Ah, red glass. Right. I saw that announcement. So what's he saying in the post?
Well, he's sharing some thoughts particularly aimed at younger investors coming up in the field.
Okay. That sounds relevant.
Definitely. And honestly, even if you're nowhere near venture capital, I think the core ideas about like mentorship and how you build a career, they really hit home.
Absolutely. What stood out to me reading it was his focus on the human element. He talks about how rewarding it is to guide younger folks.
Yeah, but not just guide them, right? He mentions learning from them
Oh,
too.
exactly. That reciprocity. It's not a one-way street,
Uh-huh.
which is, I think, a really important point often missed.
Totally agree. It keeps things fresh. But he also flags a bit of a concern, doesn't he, about the current climate?
He does. He sort of hints that maybe senior investors, perhaps they aren't spending as much time on that kind of deep mentorship these days.
Leading to what exactly?
Well, he uses this pretty striking phrase, calls it a heat-seeking missile game.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, suggesting it's maybe becoming more transactional, more competitive in a short-term way, not really playing the long game, as he puts it.
And less about developing talent. He mentioned something about junior investors not just being attached processors.
Precisely. It paints a picture of a potentially tougher environment to navigate if you're starting out, which makes his advice even more timely.
Okay, so let's break down that advice. What's the first big takeaway for young VCs?
Find mentors. But more than that, build what he calls a personal board of directors.
A board of directors, why that specific framing?
I think it emphasizes diversity of perspective. Not just one mentor, but a network. People who can offer different advice, challenge you, guide you through the complexities of the industry, deals, market shifts, setbacks.
Makes sense, like having your own trusted advisors for different situations.
Exactly. You wouldn't run a company without a board, right? So why navigate your career solo, especially in a field like VC?
Good point. What's next on his list?
Building authentic relationships. He really stresses this. With founders, executives, other investors, everyone.
And how does that contrast with the heat-seeking missile idea?
It's the difference between just chasing the next hot deal versus actually investing in people for the long haul.
So depth over just volume of contacts.
Precisely. Trust, mutual respect. These things take time, but they're the foundation for, sustainable success, not just quick wins. It's about genuine connection.
Right, right. Investing in people, not just alongside them. And the last piece of advice.
Avoid FOMO, fear of missing out. And related to that, getting caught up in overly competitive behavior.
FOMO, the classic. That feels like advice you could give anyone, really.
It really is universal. That pressure to jump on every trend, to do what everyone else seems to be doing, it can lead you astray.
Instead of focusing on your own strategy.
Exactly. Play the long game, have conviction, build real value. It's interesting seeing these, frankly, quite foundational principles, learning, relationships, long-term thinking, being highlighted as so critical by someone launching a new firm like Red Glass in such a, high-stakes field.
It really grounds things, doesn't it? Even in VC.
It does. Back to basics, in a way.
So boiling it down, the core message from Bilal Zuberi's post, especially with Red Glass launching, seems to be cultivate mentorship, build genuine connections, and keep your eyes on the long-term prize.